Okay, so you really think that because Trump designated the cartels as terrorist organizations, you're going to stop cocaine from getting in? You're gonna stop heroin from getting in? You're a fucking idiot. Okay, it's still going to get in, and if it just so happens to actually stop cocaine from getting in, cocaine's still going to get in. I'll tell you why. Okay, all over the place now you can order the leaf in whole form or chopped up form or powder form, and it's not black market. Okay, I've already extracted cocaine. It's the most intense cocaine. It's more intense than Basuco. Basuco is supposed to be the most intense cocaine that there ever has been. Okay, this is more intense than Basuco because there's certain stuff you do to it. I'll never reveal it. So in some ways, Trump's doing me a favor because now I control that shit. Uh, and DEA will never control it. You never will. Never. If you could, why are you so much of a fucking loser that you really want to shut down people from getting high? You're a fucking loser, is what you are. You're not a hero, you're a fucking loser. You're a piece of pathetic, piece of trash. That's doing that, cocksucker Richard Nixon's dirty work for him. Richard Nixon was a piece of shit. Worst president we ever had for a lot of reasons. And then also because basically how you could say unrealized how powerful I really am. I'll just fucking kill Trump and his whole administration. And then I'll just get a shitload of men, and we'll break men out of jail and out of prison and get them to fight for us, with the help of the mafia and especially the La Cosa Nostra. I don't fuck with those guys. Even the FBI couldn't take them down. They're fucking everywhere, man. And there's probably a chance they could take on SEALs and win. So yeah. So we'll start breaking motherfuckers out of prison and jail. And I can deliver on my promises, my guarantees. And I will promise you literally the world. But if I want to, like that motherfucker, I can shut down every trucking and transportation company in North America with a Barnes & Noble rewards card. I also have full and total complete access to X-Ram Security. X-Ram Security controls all the security companies in the world. So if I wanted to, I could take over X-Ram Security like that in a day. They wouldn't even know where it comes from. They wouldn't know where it came from. I'm about the only motherfucker in the world who can hack in any way you can on a laptop or desktop with my phone. If it's tied to my identity, if it's tied to my name in any sort of way, even if you're using cash, I can find your ass anywhere in the world. Okay? So, yeah, I could say I'll kill Trump and get away with it. You can't do jack shit to me. Even fucking police here in the SBC, they won't even do anything to me. They're that fucking terrified of me. So, I mean, I've already been charged with terrorism and got away with it. It's not even on my record. I've committed probably 1,000 felonies in my lifetime just within 31 years of living, and I still have no criminal record. You don't want to know what kind of men I can round up at the drop of a hat. How many men I already have you don't know about. The cocaine I extract, Which, and by the way, you can't get me on manufacturing because you can't manufacture cocaine. You extract it because cocaine already exists in nature. It's an alcohol, you dumb motherfucker. So you can't get me on that. And it's so powerful, so strong, so intense. And basically, it's telling you before you even chop it up how intense it is, because you have to use a knife to cut it up. You can't use a debit card, credit card to chop it up. It's too thick, too strong. And I can make it in a styrofoam cup. I can make a kilo of coke with maybe 1,000 or 2,000 coca leaves. Down south, they have to have 750,000 to 900,000 coca leaves just to make a kilo of cocaine. All I need is around 1,000 to 2,000, maybe even less than 1,000 if I get a good batch to make a kilo. There's all over the place, and you'll never shut it down. Coca leaf powder, all sorts of stuff. And then I can make just some cooked coca leaf powder the way I make it. And it's more intense than regular fish scale cocaine. Then you've got synthetic cocaine. Not just Flocka. By the way, that wasn't China, because if it had been China, it would have popped up on the West Coast instead of the East Coast. It's the Florida drug. It's just stayed in Florida. So no, it suggests it came from Europe. And it suggests that this pink cocaine is not coming from Europe because it's popping up on the West Coast. Unlike Flocka, which popped up on the East Coast. So it's pink cocaine, or 2C and 2CB, that's coming from China. Yeah. Then I have my newest invention, one of my two newest inventions. Well, actually, there's so many different types of it, but rock candy ecstasy. It's a new crystalline hydrochloride salt form of ecstasy. It's smokable and slammable. Now, I would never suggest that you slam a drug. I would never do it. I'm curious, but I have no desire to use the needle. Never will. Then you got the most hardcore and intense of them all, which is a Slayer. It's a play off of an abbreviation of SLR. SLR stands for superlighting rock. Well, superlighting is my invented term that I copyrighted, called superlighting. So it's both cocaine and ecstasy. When you combine it, they, even on their own, they both supercharge you, and they both, cocaine improves the lighting, and ecstasy improves and alters and the lighting, and adds on to it. And then they both make it better. And then it's a crystalline form, but it's also a rock. So it's a rock form. So basically, it's a new type of cocaine freebase, a new type of crack cocaine, which is not cocaine, by the way. You used to use cocaine to make crack cocaine. So it's a new type of cocaine freebase, a new type of crack cocaine. Some moron set the alarm off. This is my safe house, by the way, that I'm in. And a new type of cocaine, basically Basuco, yellow cocaine. Like I said, a new type of cocaine, natural, half natural, and synthetic. A new type of Molly, which is not really ecstasy. It's called super ecstasy, but it's not really ecstasy. You just use 3-4 methylene oxymethamphetamine, or MDMA, to make Molly, which is not meth, by the way. They wrongly threw meth in there twice, but you fucking morons, you just believe it. And it's a new type of ecstasy, and it's a new type of rock candy ecstasy, and then it's And this is a new type of substance. It's not a drug. There's no law on it. I'm the only one who's ever had it. You use a bunch of different salts, a bunch of different cooking methods, a bunch of different pre-cooking methods, a bunch of different filtering methods, a bunch of different drying methods. Then you repeat it. So it's a substance that's half chemical and half alkaloid. Never been done before. And cocaine takes your dopamine up to 400. It actually takes your dopamine up to 200, but it actually raises serotonin. Your units of serotonin higher than it raises your units of dopamine. But you combine that 400 with that 600. I mean, with that 200, you get 600 or more. And they both raise serotonin. They both raise norepinephrine, which in turn raises epinephrine because it creates, controls, and regulates epinephrine, which is adrenaline and noradrenaline. That's why you get all that energy from coke. And no, coke doesn't make you violent. There's not people being assaulted all the time for people on cocaine. Get the fuck out of here. Just like y'all believe that these magic mushrooms are poisonous. They just call the alkaloid a poison. It's not a poison. And we'll probably find out that muscimol is the same thing as psilocybin, where it's a prodrug. So psilocybin is such a poison. Why isn't psilocin a poison? Because psilocybin turns into psilocin once it enters the body. Well, by default, you would have to call psilocin a poison. And don't say, no, that's not true. Yes, it is fucking true. But you just go ahead and keep believing that bullshit, and then claiming you hate big government and you're a rebel when you want to overthrow the government, and you don't. You just say that to feel like a man. And I'll say what a fucking man is, homie.